All right, thanks, guys. Happy Friday to you. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's college basketball action. Very short slate, very modified slate of college basketball games. But anyway, happy Friday. The weekend is already here, and let's go ahead and get into it, beginning with SMU at Tulane. That is going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Tulane. And in the early going here, this one opened up with the Mustangs of SMU as the 9.5-point favorite, the total at 139.5. And since those markets opened this one up, no real surprises here as SMU took a lot of the early money. We saw movement upward on the spread. We also saw a slight upward movement on the total as well. Right now, SMU is minus 10.5 with the total moving upward to 140. So once again, the Mustangs opened 9.5 up to minus 10.5. Total open 139 and a hook up to 140. 65% of the consensus is leaning toward SMU. 53% is shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the green wave of Tulane is plus 470 for some money line cash. Now, if you like SMU to get the job done in this one, I really can't blame you. But I just want you to keep in mind that this Southern Methodist defense is allowing 75 points per contest away from home. They're also 6-7 against the number overall for the year. Southern Methodist is 5-6 against the spread when laying the points, 0-2 ATS as the official road favorite, and 0-2 against the spread in their games at the current number. Now, Tulane on the other side, they've actually been pretty good covering the number on their home court. They're 4-2 ATS in their games at home. Their offense is putting up 74 points per contest on their home court. And this Tulane offense, well, they're shooting 47% from the field in the friendly confines. They've also successfully covered the number in 3 out of their last 6, taking on teams winning more than 650. Now, total-wise, Tulane's 5-2 to the over in their last 7 at home, taking on SMU. The Mustangs are 9-4 to the over so far for the season overall. They're also 3-0 to the over on the road, and they're nearly 90% to the over, taking on teams averaging more than 72 points per contest. So with all that said and done, I'm actually going to take the home dog in this one. Give me Tulane plus 11 after buying the half a point, and the over 140 in that one. And before I go ahead and move on into our other 3 games, I just want to take a quick timeout and just quickly, once again, welcome you to the show. And I got to remind you to just quickly check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. With a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017. We're going back a couple years now. But you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that website. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a couple of seconds. The link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, there's only one more thing to do, and that's get back into some more lines and personal leans for Friday's college basketball action. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Ball State at Toledo. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Toledo. Now, the Rockets open the betting as the 6-point favorite. That's the Toledo Rockets. Open the betting as the 6-point favorite. And the total at 151.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing significant movement on both the spread and the total in this matchup here. Right now, Toledo is minus 4.5 with the total moving upward to 153 and a hook. So once again, the Rockets open 6 down to minus 4.5. Total open 151.5 up to 153 and a hook. 60% are leaning toward the Rockets. 67% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Ball State is plus 180 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Ball State in an upset here, it's going to be tough sledding for you. This Toledo team is 12-1 straight up overall for the year, a perfect 10-0 straight up in their last 10. This Rocket offense is putting up 83 points per contest at home. They're also shooting 47% from the field in that very same category. Now, Ball State, on their side of things, they failed to cover in 1 out of their last 2 at the current point spread. They also failed to cover in 2 out of their last 4, taking on teams over 650. Now, scoring-wise, Toledo's 5-4 to the under when the line was 145 or higher. Toledo's also 4-4 to the under, taking on teams allowing more than 72 points per contest. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it down, and take the Toledo Rockets -4 in the under 153.5 in that one. Next game, IUPUI at UIC. That is Illinois-Chicago, and that's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Illinois-Chicago. UIC opened the betting as the 3.5-point favorite with a total at 152. Since those markets opened this one up, we've seen half a point move here or there, but right now we're at that original opening number on both the spread and the total. Once again, UIC is -3.5 with a total at 152. 59% are leaning Illinois-Chicago, 63% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, IUPUI is +160 for some money line cash. Now, the Flames of UIC are winning, covering 60% of their games on their home court. They're also 2-1 against the spread in their last 3 as the official home favorite. The Flames are scoring 80 points per contest on their home court. They're also shooting 50% from the field in that same category. Now, the Jaguars of IUPUI failed to cover in 3 out of their last 4 on their side of things. IUPUI is giving up nearly 80 points per contest when traveling. Their opponents are also shooting 49% from the field in that very same category. Now, when it comes to scoring, IUPUI is 80% to the over when the line was 145 or higher. I'm going to purchase the hook, buy it down, and take UIC, that is Illinois-Chicago, the Flames, -3 after buying the half a point in the over. 152 in that one. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Buffalo at Eastern Michigan, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off at Eastern Michigan. The Bulls, no real surprises here, open the betting as the 10.5-point favorite and the total at 145.5. And since those markets opened this one up, no real surprises here as Buffalo continues to take a little money in the early wagering. We're also seeing movement downward on the total as well. Right now, Buffalo's -11 with the total moving downward to 143. So once again, the Bulls open 10.5 up to -11. Total open 145 and a hook down to 143. 69% are leaning Buffalo, 63% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Eagles of Eastern Michigan are +530 for some money line cash. Now, Buffalo has been excellent this year. You have every right to back them, to tail them in this spot here. But just keep in mind that Eastern Michigan has historically covered the number very well at home against Buffalo. And as a matter of fact, they've successfully covered the number in 5 out of their last 7 at home, taking on the Bulls. And speaking of the Bulls, their defense is allowing 75 points per contest when traveling this year. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Buffalo's 2-0 to the over in their last couple of games, 75% to the over, taking on teams allowing more than 72 points per contest. Meanwhile, 4 out of Eastern Michigan's last 5 got over the total as well. So with all that said and done, I'm going to take the home dog in this one. Give me Eastern Michigan +11 and the over, 143 in that one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take a couple of seconds. The link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. And most importantly, thank you for watching today's program. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And let's go ahead and quickly recap all of our picks for tonight's Friday college basketball slate of games. SMU was at Tulane. SMU was -10.5 in that one. I like Tulane after buying the half a point. I rode with the Green Wave +11 and the over 140 in that one. We also had the Ball State-Toledo game where Toledo was -4.5 at home. I like Toledo -4 after buying the half a point in that one in the under 153 and a hook. We also had IUPUI at Illinois Chicago. I liked UIC laying the points in that one. I took UIC -3 in the over 152 in that one. And then finally, our last game, which is still on the board there, Buffalo at Eastern Michigan. I liked Eastern Michigan in an upset. I took the Eagles +11 in the over 143 in that one.